So welcome to my yoga flow, the courage to linger. This is a slower flow at times and a little bit more fast-paced. I just kind of followed my intuition to create this, which I'm now voiceovering. And just a word of warning in this flow, my dog Coco makes a few interruptions, which is just, how yoga works sometimes. So let's start in mountain pose. You're gonna stand with feet hip-width apart, just grounding the feet into the earth. Raise the arms up, roll the shoulder blades onto the back, and set the arms down. So we're making some circles with the shoulders, lifting arms up, cactusing them back, and rolling the arms down. We'll take a couple of those. Exhaling the arms down, inhaling the arms overhead. We're just going to tilt to the right side, stretching out that left waist, rooting down with the left leg, left sit bone, and making sure that the right ribs aren't jutting out. Really working through the core here. Inhale up to center. Really find those transverse abdominis. And then tip over to the left side. Really using the core here. Embracing the shaking. Inhale up to center. Exhale, arms down by the sides. We're going to tip at the waist and come into a standing forward fold. Knees can be bent here. Sit bones to sky. Hands come to the floor. Inhale, halfway up with the torso. Exhale, forward fold. Plant the palms and step back into plank pose. Just gonna hold plank for a couple breaths. Feeling that core. I like to focus on tilting my pubic bone up towards my belly button. And then we're going to exhale back, the hips back into downward dog. Send those heels to the floor. They don't have to touch. Knees can bend here. Just breathing. Feeling points of contact with the mat, just sinking into the earth. Inhale, wave the body back into plank. And exhale, lower all the way down or halfway down chaturanga. And inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale the hips back into down dog. Lingering here. Inhale the right leg to the sky. And exhale that right foot between the hands. Open it up into warrior two. I like to really focus on pressing the outside edge of my back foot into the mat. And really making sure that I'm stacking my knee over the front ankle. Front knee over front ankle. Sinking down into the hips, looking over the front middle finger. Then inhale, tilt back, back hand comes to the thigh or calf, exalted warrior. Exhale, come up, and we're going to come down into extended side angle. So forearm can come to the thigh or palm or fingertips can come to the ground on the inside of the front foot. Just making one long line from the back foot to the top hand. Inhale, straighten the front leg. We're going to come into triangle. Front hand can rest on the shin, on the thigh. I like to put mine behind my leg on the floor. Lean back. Inhale up, bend the front leg, hips square to the front of the mat. We're going to take warrior one, arms to sky. Sink into those hips. Really press that back foot, the back edge, or the outside edge of the back foot into the mat. Squaring hips here. Exhale, clasp the hands behind you. We're going to tilt at the waist, at the hips, and bring the the left shoulder to the inside of the right or front leg for humble warrior. Inhale, plant the palms, send the front leg back into plank. Feel your core. And exhale, chaturanga or all the way to the floor. Inhale, up dog or cobra. I'm going to linger here in my up dog, just looking over my right shoulder, my left shoulder. And exhale the hips back, down dog. Sink into this pose, lingering. Inhale, left leg up to the sky. Exhale, left foot between hands. Open up, warrior two on the other side. Send the outside edge of the back foot down to the mat, gazing over the front middle finger. Square the front knee with front ankle and sink those hips down. Inhale, back into exalted warrior. Keeping legs where they are and just tilting the torso back. Inhale, up. And we're going to exhale down into side angle. Same as on the other side, wherever you place your forearm or your hand. Stretching out that left side body. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Place the bottom hand either on the leg or the floor. And come up into triangle. Inhale, square the hips, bend the front knee. Warrior one, arms to sky. Sinking into those hips. Exhale, interlace the fingers, opposite thumb on top, and bow. Left shoulder to the inside of the left leg. Inhale, palms come to the ground, step back into plank. Lower down. Chaturanga, up dog, or cobra. And just tilt the hips a little bit side to side, release those abdominals, and exhale, send the hips back into down dog. Inhale, wave the torso forward into plank. Then we're going to tilt to the outside of the right foot, stacking the feet into side plank. Left arm comes to the sky. And then send that left arm over the right ear, hips high. Exhale back into plank. And tilt over to the outside of the left foot, stacking right on top of left. Side plank on the other side. Right arm to sky. And then right bicep over the right ear. I like to really focus on my shoulder in this pose, making sure I'm stabilizing it with my shoulder muscles. Exhale into plank and then sending the hips back, down dog, right leg to sky. Bend that right knee and send it to the right side of the mat into wild thing. Exhale back to center, back to down dog. Inhale that left leg to sky. Bend the left knee. That's right, you're sending your left foot to the outside of the right mat. Before we were sending the right to the outside of the left mat. We're coming to wild thing on the other side. Or reverse your dog. Inhale back to center, plank pose, lower down. Inhale up, Cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Breathing here. Don't be afraid to linger. Right leg to sky, right foot between hands. Come up into high lunge. In high lunge, I like to bend my back knee a little bit, align my pelvis by tipping my pubic bone up to my belly button, and then straighten that back leg again. Just to get the right pelvic alignment, take some strain into the low back and strengthen the transverse abdominis. Arms are overhead. Just gonna bend the elbows and cactus the arms, really feeling those shoulder blades squeeze together on the back. Take prayer position, and we're gonna twist to the right, hooking the left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Exhale to center. We're going to take the left palm to the floor, turn to the right and send the right arm to the sky. Another twist. Exhale the right hand on the inside of the right foot, so both hands are on the inside of the right foot. We're going to take lizard. Sinking into the hips here, sending the back knee down to the mat. You can keep the toes tucked or untuck them. And if it's available to you, you can send your elbows and forearms down to the mat, or you can stay upright here. Inhale up. You're going to bend the back knee and grab the back foot with your right hand. Release that back leg, but keep it strong, keep it bent, using your left hamstring to pull the foot towards your bum. Palms can come on the either side of the front foot. Send the back foot down, come up into low lunge, arms to sky. We're just going to take a side stretch, so sending the right fingertips down to the mat, tilting to the right, really stretching out that left front hip. Inhaling to center, plant the palms, and send the hips back, straighten the front leg. Half split pose. You can hinge at the hips, keeping the back straight. Bend at the waist. Inhale, come forward, send the front leg back. Come into plank, lower halfway down or all the way. Inhale, Cobra or up dog. And exhale, send those hips back into down dog. We're going to take that on the other side now. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale it between the hands. Inhale, torso up into high lunge. Bend that back knee, tilt the pelvis forward, and then straighten the back leg. So we're going to bend the elbows and cactus the arms, squeezing those shoulder blades together on the back. Exhale, hands into prayer, twist to the left. Right elbow hooks on the outside of the left thigh. Inhale, comes to center. Plant the right palm, send the left arm up to the sky, twisting to the left. Exhale, left palm comes to the inside of the left leg, lizard. Lower that back knee to the mat when you're ready. And if you want to, you can come down to the forearms. Breathing into the hip, lingering in your hips. Inhale up. Bend that back knee. Grab the back. Whoops, we're coming into low lunge here. And we're going to tilt over to the left side. Sending left fingertips to the mat. Inhale to center. And now we're going to bend the back leg. Grab the back foot with the left hand. Front hand on the inside of the left foot on the mat. Release the foot with the hand. Using the hamstring, bend that back leg. Trying to squeeze your foot to your bum. Exhale, the foot down. Send the hips back, half split on the other side. You can hinge at the hips and fold over that front leg. Inhale, coming forward with the upper body, sending the front knee back, coming into plank pose. And lowering all the way down to the mat, untuck the toes. We're going to tent out the fingertips, take them to the outside corners of the mat. We're going to take a deep Cobra here, squeezing the shoulder blades onto the back, pressing pubic bone into the earth. And inhale, the chest up. I take a super deep Cobra here. You don't have to come up this high. Really check in on what feels good in your low back. Exhale. Inhale. I here am looking over my right shoulder, my left shoulder, just releasing my neck. Inhale back to center. Send those hips back into Narrow knead child's pose. So knees together and just drape your upper body over your legs. Arms draped on the mat in front of you for now, palms down. And then we're going to send the arms back. So back of the hands beside the feet. Elbows out to the side. Just releasing the mid back, the upper back, and the low back. Inhale, send the arms forward, come down to the mat again. And take a airplane pose first. So legs come up, palms come up, like you're skydiving, lifting everything up. And then exhale, melt it all down to the mat. I like to wiggle my bum while I'm releasing from these poses. Let's wiggle your hips back and forth. We're going to interlace the fingers behind the back and come up into Locust Pose, lifting the torso up, lifting the legs up. Inhaling up as high as you can, using the back body and melting down to the earth. You can either take another locust or you can reach for your ankles with your feet and lift up into bow pose. So kicking your legs back, which lifts up your torso. And exhale, release it down to the mat. Just going to stretch it out now. So bend the left knee and send the left foot to the outside edge of the right side of the mat. Keeping the arms in a T shape, so you're stretching out the right shoulder and you're sort of rolling your hips to the right. Come back to center, bend the right knee, send the right foot to the outside edge of the left side of the mat, stretching out that right shoulder and opening up the right hip. Exhale. When you're ready, you can roll back down to your belly. Straightening that right leg, untucking the toes, and I am stacking my palms and laying one cheek on top of them, and I'm just melting into the mat here, just lingering. Feeling yourself get heavy. Feeling your body move as you breathe into the mat. And here comes Coco, downward dog from Coco, not me. You can keep lying here. And he's still here. Relaxing everything down. Feeling the practice so far in your body. I'm going to come up into another Cobra. So planting the palms, lifting the torso up, pressing pubic bone into the earth, and then sending the hips back into another child's pose. Knees can be together here or apart. I like them together for a forward back stretch. Inhaling the torso forward and coming into a seated position. This is the seated portion of our practice. Legs out in front of you, feet flexed. We're going to take staff pose. Arms to sky. We're going to hinge at the hips, as straight back as possible, coming into forward fold, reaching for the outside of the feet or the calves, and just melting over the legs. You can bend knees here. Inhale, straighten the back, and exhale, fold, just to get a bit more space. And trying to reason with Coco here. Inhale comes up. We're going to bend the right knee, left sole of the foot to the inside of the right thigh. Square your hips with the right leg, flex the right foot, and fold over the right leg. Half forward fold. I can't remember the Sanskrit name. Joyce should. Yeah, I'll look it up. I can't pronounce it. Reaching for the front foot, letting your hands fall wherever they land. And coming up, placing the right forearm to the inside of the right leg and just leaning over the right leg, reaching for the right foot with the left hand, if it reaches. Just stretching out that left side waist. Prepare for dog licks in the face in this pose. Inhale back to center. Put the left palm behind your sit bones, and we're going to send the hips forward, reaching right arm behind you. A little back bend and hip release here. Exhale, bum back to the mat. And take the other side. So bend the right leg, right sole of the foot to the inside of the left thigh. Square your torso with the left leg. Flex the left foot, arms to sky, hinge at the hips, and drape over the left leg. Inhale up, left forearm to the inside of the left leg, reaching with the right hand to the left foot. Stretching the right side waist. Inhale up to center. Right hand comes behind you. Send the hips forward. Left arm comes to the back of the mat. Almost like a wild thing, but with one knee on the ground. Exhale, bum down. Soles feet together. Take Baddha Konasana. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, hinge at the hips. Again, just fold over the feet. Resting palms, hands, forearm, head to the mat, whatever reaches. Really stretching the inside groin. And inhale up. You're going to bend the left knee and send it to the left foot to the outside of the right thigh. Raise the right arm up, or left arm up, and we're going to put the right elbow to the outside of the left knee. So we're doing a seated spinal twist. Bottom leg can be straight or bent. And exhale, take a little bit of a counter twist. And then switch legs. So right knee bends, right foot to the outside of the left thigh, right arm up, right elbow hooks to the outside of the right knee, twisting to the left. You're gonna make sure your spine is long. So with every inhale, straighten the spine. With every exhale, twist at the waist. Exhale takes a counter twist in the opposite direction, uncross the legs, soles of the feet to the mat, knees bent. And we're just going to take the fingertips towards the front of the mat, under the shoulders, and lift the hips up into tabletop, reverse tabletop. Head can hang down. or chin can stay tucked in, releasing the hips and exhaling the bum back down. Roll on to the back, just a couple more poses left. Bend the left knee, send that left knee over to the right side of the mat, arms in a T shape, look to the left, supine twist, releasing that low back. I have to get my dog out of my face here. And switch sides. Straighten the left leg, bend the left knee, send left knee over to the left side of the mat, looking to the right. Arms out as in a T. Inhale back to center. We're going to bend the knees and with the hands grab the outside edges of the feet, pulling knees to elbows, happy baby. Sending that sacrum down to the earth. That's what I need to focus on when I do this pose. It's really trying to flatten the sacrum to the mat. Exhaling everything down. Feet hip width apart, palms facing the sky beside the hips. Shavasana. In Shavasana, I like to just slightly lift my shoulder blades off the mat, set them, almost squeeze them together, not super hard, and then set them back down again. And just releasing here. Now you can take Shavasana for as long as you want. Play your favorite meditation here, visualization exercise. Or if you have to run, you can end the practice here. But we're going to do just a couple of seated stretches after Shavasana is done. So inhale and just come up to easy pose if you want to join me. This is sort of just to check in with your body after this practice and wring out any last rings that need to be wrung. Palms come to the knees, straight back, just breathe here. Check in with the body, linger here. How are you feeling after this practice? If your mind wanders, bring it back to the breath. We still have time to linger. Relishing the deliciousness of the body. So I'm just squaring my chest with my right knee and draping over the right leg with my my legs still in easy pose. And sending my left fingertips out in front of me, almost like to the corner of the mat, and opening the chest up to the sky and bringing my torso back up. I'm recrossing the legs, squaring the chest with the left leg now and draping over it. And sending the right arm forward alongside, like right bicep by the right ear, just stretching here. Just a little bit needs to be released from the hips today. Inhaling the chest open and exhaling. Sending those left sit bones, right sit bones right down to the earth. Side waist stretch and inhaling back up.